Hi, this is Kathy Burris, and I'm showing up live on this afternoon. Thanks for being on with me, though the way Facebook has it set up, I can't necessarily tell where you are. So if you're watching, I'd love to hear from you. I'm showing up live today with the title of this video being When Unsticking Actually Leads to More Stuck Places. Isn't that what it kind of happens? A couple of weeks ago, I was privileged to walk with quite a few women who joined me in a master class that I called Unsticking the Stuck Thinking. And we met on Zoom, and we had this great conversation over 4 days about our stuck places and where we were stuck and what it looked like and what we needed to do to unstick the stuck places, especially related to our thinking. Because, well, I've shared this quote before, but I'll share it again. You say what you say and you do what you do because you think what you think. And you think what you think because you believe what you believe. Let that set in a little bit. You say and do because you think, and you think because you believe. How many times have you asked yourself, if I'm stuck here, or if I'm doing this thing that I don't want to be doing, or saying things, even to myself, that I don't want to be saying, what is it telling me about what I'm thinking? And what is that telling me about what I'm really believing? And do I really believe that? Is it really true? Well, we had 4 days that were really amazing. Came out of that 4 days, and I was just undone, overwhelmed with the God things that happened during those 4 days. One woman came in, and she said, I really don't have any hope. And I reminded her that she must have had enough hope to sign up for the class, because she must have thought there was something there that she could draw on. At the end of the class, she sent me a note. She goes, I can't believe what 4 days has done. I actually know one major thing that I have been stuck in, and I'm starting to feel like my old self again. 4 days. Major transformation in her countenance, in her expression of herself, in her ability to move forward. Still lots to think about and work through, but 4 days gave her some really amazing things. There were a couple things. I want to share some of them with you. I wish I could have those people share all of it with you, because it's pretty amazing. One gal said, I had no clue why God prompted me to join you this month, but boy howdy did he dig up some stuff I had been festering pretty deep. He used you to clean out the wound and start my healing. And she has, in amazing ways. Another one, which I thought was great, was I'm having trouble being comfortable with where I am, who I am, and what I'm doing. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. We have that. And she began to open up some doors where she could begin to deal with some of the stuff that she's dealing with, some of the stuck thinking that she's dealing with. So, that was just 2 of them. There's more, and I could share with you, and I will in the days to come. But here's my stuck thinking. You see, we had this incredible time. There was these incredible notes that I was getting from women, texts and calls and cards saying, this was just what I needed. This is tremendous. Kathy, you have a real gift about asking the questions that help us think what we need to think. Think about thinking in a lot of ways. And I finished that class, and I was just so filled with gratitude. And this is exactly what I pray for will happen. What I ask my prayer team to pray for when we prepare for a group like this. This was exactly it. And then a few days after it was over, I began to notice that I was back to thinking some really, yeah, right, sure, yeah, that's nice, but it really, does it really matter? Do you really matter? Is it really worth doing all this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness. the thing that I was thinking was really, considering the fact that I teach this class about unsticking stuck thinking, I was right back there again. And two things came to mind. As I processed this with my coach, as Rennie and I talked about it, as I really just asked the Lord to show me what was going on, two things came out. One was that anytime you put yourself out there, anytime you give your all to something, even with extremely great results, you come to the other side of it, and you're left to ponder the value of it. Now, what I said was, I saw women make tremendous strides and do exactly what they sensed God was inviting them to, and I was thrilled. But suddenly I was beginning to question all of it again. Sorry to admit that to you, but that's kind of where I was. And then the second thing is that when we're doing something that makes that kind of difference, we're going to be drawing attention in spiritual realms. When there are women that are making commitments to the Lord, that are listening to the Lord, that are doing things that are cleaning the wounds in their life so that they can be free of them, so they can move forward, the enemy is watching and would like nothing more than to distract us, to keep us from doing these God things that really make a difference. And unfortunately, for just a few days, I began to process things in a very deep emotional place personally, and some of the stuck stuff that I haven't unstuck yet began to surface again. Now, the beauty of that is when it did begin to come to the surface, and I told my coach, she goes, well, this is great, now we can deal with it, right? Now you know. Now you know where you're stuck. Now you know what you can deal with. Now you can grab your hands around it and you can rip it out of your life. And that's what I'm working to do. But I'm sharing this because there was a morning when I woke up and I felt the stronghold of that around me. And Rennie just grabbed me up. I was laying in bed, and he just grabbed me up in my sheets, and he prayed over me in a powerful way, and reminded me in his prayer that the power of God's blood, of Christ's blood, in redemption for us, covers all of this. And we can trust in what Christ has done for us. And so the awareness is that anytime we're taking a God step forward, girlfriend, those of you that were part of the Unsticking class or the Capture the Still class, those of you that were taking steps forward, you might have struggled in some way. Because anytime you're moving forward in God-given steps, there's going to be a newness to it that you need to work through. There's going to be all those past issues, that past stuck stuff that are going to come swelling up at you again. That's great. But there's also this spiritual battle that goes on that we need to be very aware of. And fortunately, in my life, I have some really strong people who see that and can help me own it and can help me be free of that. And I'm so grateful for that. So my prayer for you here. We're in the process this week. We're going to be starting our Envision You group, and we have a group in the evening at 7:30. That's a new thing for Envision You groups. We have an evening group, and we still have room for 2 more. Okay, still have room for 2 more people in that particular group, and I want you to think about whether taking a step that helps you to envision you, and think about that word envision. Envision, vision, of course, we see it, see, vision, sight, vision, future, vision. We have sight. N is this neat little prefix. that when added to vision, allows you to see yourself in your vision, to see you in the future. So envision you, see yourself in your future, tackling some of these stuck things that we work through, tackling some of the layers of stuck. I've been working on layers for a while, and here I came up stuck again, but not in the kind of way that I couldn't move forward. It was in the kind of way that new aspects of it came, and I could grab it. Because now I could see it. I could see it for what it was, and I could deal with it. What if a year from now you would be able to say, I have taken hold of some of the stuck thinking in my life, some of the stuck beliefs that I've had about myself that have been keeping me from holding me back. I've taken them on, and I've dealt with them, and I've learned from them, and I can move forward from them. You may experience some of that again, but not the same way. You'll be in a new place. You have a new thought process about it. You have a new tools to deal with it. What about that then? Okay, so I want you to think about whether girlfriends. This is for the Green Hope Coaching Community girlfriends. Sorry, that's who my book is written for. And guys, if you want a group, let me know. Rennie and I can put together a group for you. I'm sure we could do that. But girlfriends, this is for you. And we're talking about your stuck place and what it looks like to be confident. Because most often we say, I want to make a difference. I want to feel confident being who I really am. Well, who is that? And how can you be confident if you don't know? And so we're going to look at your shape. Not your physical shape. Well, maybe if that's important for you. But we're going to look at how you were designed, how God wired you. Your spiritual gifts, your heart, your abilities, your personality, your experiences that are part of who you are, that tell you who you are. We're going to look at your story, the good, the bad, the messy. We're going to look at the emotions that you have, the stuck places that you have, the dreams that you have, the things you want and long for, the things you know God's calling you to do, and create a plan to go do that. So, if you're interested, I need to know right now. We've got 2 spots open. If you're interested in being part of the evening group at 7:30 on Thursday, first and third Thursdays of the month, let me know. And you can private message me, or even just say, want to know more on this video. But stuck places come up in a variety of ways. Confident moments come up in a variety of ways. What if we get really intentional about paying attention to what that looks like? And on the other end, be able to say, wow, if 4 days made this kind of difference, think about what a year would make. The difference, 24 sessions during the course of this next year. We get together on Zoom and we have this discussion about where we're stuck and how we can become confident in the process. Okay? If you want to know more, go to kathyburris.com and click on the Envision You group link that's at the top there of that page, and you'll get to find out a little bit more about the group, and contact me if you have any questions. Okay? We can do this. We don't have to be stuck. We can unstick the stuck places and move forward with confidence, because God made us to do some things really, really well. Let's go do them. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.